look, we got a message yesterday after practice. He wanted to sit down and talk, and I really thought it was about the game. So when the assistant coach came in and said we're going to have a talk now, and it was surprised me big time, and that was around 3 o'clock yesterday. And we sat down. He said he wanted to return home, and we did a little bit of digging why, and he said, well, there's nothing with the team, or I thought it might have been missing his family, and we offered to bring his family over, but he said it was just wasn't for him to play overseas, and we did a little bit digging more, and there was some mental issues from the past that have risen again. So we really said to where we are at, and we had a good chat for about an hour and a half, and said, well, let's sleep on it and just find out, if it's something that you want to do, and obviously we'll support you, but we don't want you to go. And then we revisited it this morning, and he said he was pretty adamant that he wanted to leave as soon as possible. And we were kind of hopeful, I'm doing the coaching thing, that maybe we can play Friday night and jump on a plane Saturday, but he didn't want to do that. He wanted to get back, and we contacted our sports psych, and he had a good chat with him today. So he's not in a good place at the moment, and we've got to take him into his word for that.
So it's always hard to classify these mental health issues, but homesickness seemed like a big factor.
Yeah, well, look, he's only been here 4 days, so that's the one thing we said, we'll give it a try, but it was, I think there's deeper than that. And after our discussion this morning, it was, there's some issues there that he didn't really want to broach it with me, but, he didn't feel right. So we thought that, we got to do his wishes and make that call, even though it puts us in an incredible hole with our guards out and now our import out. I've never experienced anything like this in my 20 years of coaching, so it's a tough bind, but like I said, these things make you go stronger.
Are you comfortable with the due diligence that was done? You found out there's stuff you didn't know.
Yeah, look, that's the first thing that we did. We talked to Paul Wooper, was the assistant coach here, and Connor Henry. They both coached him in America. I met him in April. Our coaches and management met him in the Summer League in July, flew him into Vegas, and by all reports ticked every box. I was quite happy with it. We did a lot of research even the 2 weeks before he got here, just to make sure he's the right guy. He's a hard worker, he's team first, he can play defence, everything, box was ticked. And so it was a huge surprise to me yesterday.
Any sign in that week that he was here, unhappy?
Look, he probably kept to himself a little bit, if I'm being picky, but and I just thought that was a mature athlete, looks after his body and wanted to stretch by himself, and he was more of an introvert than an extrovert. So I thought that was a bit of his personality, but maybe there was something deeper than that I didn't know.
Trev, where are you at with bolstering the backcourt ahead of Friday?
Yeah, good question. I don't know. I was thinking about putting the boots on, getting up the numbers, but I'm a bit out of shape. But look, with our young fellas, we're going to sign Jackson Hussey. He's going to come in for a short-term contract while Jared Kenny and Damo's out. Look, Damo's surgery went well. There was a little bit more of a break, the fracture than first anticipated, but they tell me the plate went well, inserted in properly, so hopefully his recovery, and typical Damo wants to play next week, but settle down. And look, this is still pretty raw, what's happened today, so we'll evaluate where we are, and hopefully we'll go through our shortlist again and go from there.
Can you tell us a bit about Jackson Hussey and how much did he impress you when you guys played up in Geraldton last night?
He scorched us in the last quarter. I think he got about 12 points, but he came out here last couple of days and worked really hard, and it'll be limited minutes, but I like his attitude. He's got that little bit of toughness about him that he won't back down, and we need that right now. So, we're going to shine him for a short term.
Trev, is re-signing Jaron Johnson a possibility, a consideration at all? Is he still around working out?
Yeah, look, that's something we'll go down. We don't know yet where we are with that, but look, Jaron, we always said, is a great guy, and we'll have to cover that area sometime, but right now it's not a priority for us.
So you guys haven't spoken to him yet?
Well, he trained today, but he's been training with us for all the time, so we'll just we'll see how that plays out.
So your relationship with him's obviously pretty good still if he's still training and he hasn't taken it to heart.
Yeah, look, the guys love him, so that's part of being a professional too. So we'll see how that goes.
Trev, you said to us when we were talking about post Jaron, you said you had a very short list. We took that as maybe one. Have you got any on your list still to go?
Yeah, no. To be honest with you, no. That's the only light out of that is the NBA made cuts yesterday, so they have to trim their rosters to 15. So we'll have a quick look about that in the next 24 hours. But look, there won't be anything imminent with that, so it's going to take us a little bit of work to do our research and to make sure we got the right person. And we thought that was the case this time, but you get thrown a curveball every now and again.
You talk about the one signing in the backcourt. Is there a chance you won't sign anyone else and possibly go into this next game with some empty seats on the bench?
No, we'll have 11, I believe, suited up, and we got very lucky with Corbin. Corbin was thrown in the deep end last year when Damo was out. We had Jared, Kenny and Corbin. So Corbin will step up. We've got Jackson, Hussey signed up, and now we'll have, Casey will play a little bit of point, and we'll throw some different things out there during Friday night's game.
Are you expecting Bevo and the Hawks to really get after you in the full court and try and expose
that's their style of play, so I'll be surprised if they sit back into a zone. Yeah, they'll get after it.
Is this the biggest challenge you've ever faced as coach?
It's up there. Look, I haven't had time to reflect back, but it's a tough period right now. Having 2 point guards down is a problem. Now having your best shooter that came out for a new team out is a bigger problem. So one thing I know, the adversity always hits you through the year, and it's how you respond. Last year we had Hugh Greenwood that tipped the bucket at the start of the year, and then Damo broken jaw, and it builds character, and we went on to win a championship. So we're hoping this builds us, and our guys will step up to the plate Friday night.
Trevor, you almost seem just a little bit flat at the whole sort of predicament the club's in at the moment, or the challenges. Are the boys like that as well, and how do you G them up to continue on, especially in the immediate future?
Yeah, it was a big hit. It's not something that you make a move to change in imports, and I certainly don't like doing it. And then you kind of get egg on your face for whatever reason this happens. So, the guys have been professional. We trained really well this morning. We had a talk about it this morning, and they trained really, really well. So we know our backs are against the wall, and that builds character, and hopefully that's the first sign of it for this year.